Okay, take one. I don't know how well we can see each other.
No, we'll see how this goes.
So we're gonna try to blog this, first time ever doing this. We're headed down to Lake Havasu for the WPA, the Western Pyrotechnics Association. Ben, ready for this shit?
Yeah, why not? Let's do this.
22 hours, I think this is the route we're taking.
Yeah, about 1,400 miles. Here we go.
Yeah. We're gonna be going through Montana, into Bozeman, and then down into Idaho, and then we're gonna hit right along Utah, and then down into Vegas. We're gonna stop possibly along the way at some places. We're definitely stopping Pahrump, Nevada. So we'll be doing that on Tuesday. So for now, we got about 10-hour drive. Should be, or 10-hour, no.
8-hour for sure.
8-hour to Big Sky.
Yep.
Yep, and then we're gonna stop, see a couple of things there, and then it's another 11 hours till we get to Vegas. We'll stay the night in Vegas and then head to Pahrump the next day, and then we'll be down in Lake Havasu for that. So we'll kind of update you guys along the way and see if this is any fun to do this blogging thing.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. So, okay, we'll see you later. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and reset the trip on the pickup here, and we will see what this baby reads when we get back. Okay, so take 2 on this. We already had to like retake on the schedule or on the miles thing. So it is February 11th. We just finished watching the Chiefs beat the 49ers.
Great game.
Yeah, phenomenal game.
Great game.
Absolutely. And I think officiated very well, actually. Like,
yes, considering how the rest of the year has gone.
For sure. And when I saw that referee, I was like, no, this is not the referee for this game. But yeah, I thought it was a phenomenal game. So
yeah, definitely.
It is 11:56. I think we left about a couple minutes ago now because this is take 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't mind driving through the night. Done the shit
actually
most of our lives
because there's nobody else on the road.
Well, exactly. And if there is construction, then they're not actively working, so it's way better to travel through construction zones and stuff. I love driving at night.
Yep.
So, yeah, we said we'd update you as we went. This is update number 2 now, and we're 5 minutes into the drive, so we might wind up with more footage than I thought as we think of things. See you guys in a bit. All right, take 2 again. Forgot to turn the radio down. So we just went through Miles City. It is 2:21 a.m. I'm feeling great. Ben, he needs a little bit of a nap. Been a long week. Besides, he's gonna take over when we get down the roadways. So yeah, we'll get back to you when we get going. It's boring. Got some good tunes. I love to drive, but not much to see.
It's Montana. It's boring.
Right. I'm glad we're going through this stretch at night.
Yep.
Yeah. So we will see you probably when we get to, I don't know, Bozeman, I'm thinking. We'll check back in. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. It's 2:31, so 10 minutes outside of Miles City, and it's starting to snow. It's not sticking to the interstate yet, but hopefully it doesn't. I hate slowing down. So hopefully this does not, hopefully this lets up. All right, quick update. It is 7:15 and we kind of took our time getting here. Really didn't rush it all. We're in Bozeman right now, about ready to head south. Stop for fuel up, get some breakfast. If anybody's coming through Bozeman by the Four Corners Car Wash, I don't know if you can see that, but that's Mama's Mac. Tell you what, pretty good breakfast, I'd say.
Delicious.
Yeah, and like huge portions. Order less than you think. Yeah, when we get, I don't know, somewhere down the road, we'll update you guys again on where we're at. Was it not rolling that whole time?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Fucking amateur.
That's twice now I've forgotten to hit the record button. one of my favorite places to come. Big Sky. Right over here across the river is like an elk refuge, and that's where they open it up in the spring to go shed hunting. So bringing the horses up here, and I'll stay up at the cabin up by the resort, and then we'll just get the horses down here, and then we go shed hunting across the river over here.
Okay.
And you just pack a lunch and all day just go ride and just sit there, glass, you know, look for the shiny antlers sometimes on hillsides, like on the south facing slopes, because they like to lay in the sun.
Yep.
And just glass, look for them, ride around, eat some lunch. It's literally a piece of heaven. Okay, so quick update. We are a little bit past, did we go through Ennis, Montana?
Yep.
Yeah. We didn't go through Big Sky. We kind of came around the mountains that way. And we're just driving along. It is the middle of nowhere. And we saw a little sign that said Driftwood Bar and Bistro. So we're gonna stop in and see what this place is. It looks kind of cute, but sometimes these little places that you find in the middle of nowhere are some of the coolest things. There's the sign. There it is. Just this cute little cabin thing.
This should be interesting. Let's try it.
This should be good.
I mean,
Sometimes
there's nothing on.
Literally nothing for like 100 miles probably. Maybe not quite. 50?
Yeah, solid 50.
I think they're open. Okay, we're gonna go check this out. We'll let you know if it was any good. I don't know if they're gonna let us film walking in. No, I was hoping to catch you saying something dumb. Hopefully I caught your jump on that. I'm really hoping I caught you jumping, because that would have been what I was wanting to catch. So we just stopped in at this Driftwoods Bar and Bistro. Now, I'm gonna back the pickup up here actually, so you can see the little lighted sign. So they weren't technically open, and I can't zoom in because of the camera I'm using, but right there it is. So this little place, I tell you what, they technically weren't open. It was his day off. It's kind of off season right now, and
we walked in and he greeted us with welcome arms, and basically we sat down for an hour, had a great conversation, and hell, he started this 4 months ago.
Yeah,
highly recommend checking it out. It is worth the time and the effort.
Food was awesome for the area. I can promise you are not going to find cheaper food of that quality anywhere within 100 miles of this area. Do not, if you're in Bozeman and you're headed south, do not go through Big Sky or the Gallatin Gateway. Come around through Ennis and stop at this little place. Dead serious. I have no reason to give this guy a shout out. The owner was awesome. Food was great. You had a Caesar?
I had a Caesar.
Phenomenal.
One of the best I've ever had.
The beer I had, great. We each had a drink. Yep. It was phenomenal. We're about to hit the road again. We each had one.
Yep.
So we're good, but I tell you what, this place was cool.
This was well worth the time.
Yeah, they got a lot going for them.
Come check them out. It was well worth the time.
Yep. If I come through here again, we're stopping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We will see you guys at the next stop. Maybe we'll run into another awesome little place like this.
Yeah.
I tell you what, all the driving around we do, like, I would say I stop at God knows how many places. I go enough. You travel a crap load with your job and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, always try to stop in at some cute little place that you never know might be good, might not. I would say a lot of times it's crappy. Every now and then you get this diamond in the rough that's amazing.
It's like diners, drivers, and diners.
This one, highly recommend stopping. Food was freaking awesome and everything else was cool. So, yeah.
Well, now it's time to head south where it's warmer.
Definitely. These roads were crap right through here, by the way.
The wind is enough.
Yeah. Everything else, the roads the entire way have been great. And there's not even like, back by Miles City was snowing a tiny bit. No snow, but we get here and the wind was just blowing across like crazy, making the roads absolute crap. But, yeah.
Well,
not the first time driving on crappy roads. Far from it. That's what happens when you live in the freaking Arctic tundra almost.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see you guys at the next stop. All right, guys, quick update. It is 6:47 on the 12th, so we have now been going for 24 hours. We've had a few stops.
Yeah, just a couple.
Got sidetracked a couple little times, but just went through Salt Lake City. I probably would have updated you as we came in, but we came in right at 5 o'clock, and
That was nuts.
I'm a pretty good driver, but this North Dakota boy, I had to pay attention.
There's a first.
So we can forget about this guy over there. We still have about 5 hours to go to get to Vegas, where we're gonna stay the night, and then we will get back to you guys from Pahrump. So we will probably let you know when we get into Vegas and then go from there. We have been driving for way too long. That's all I know. And all I want is to go to bed. And we are how far away?
24 miles.
24 miles. And we have been in this line of traffic going, this is the fastest we've gone in 20 minutes. 1 mile an hour sometimes, complete stop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always really bubbly, but I was not gifted with patience. That's been my biggest struggle for virtues.
I don't know why people live in this.
How do people do this touch and go like traffic?
Yeah. Nope. Not for me. Not built for this.
Not
In
good.
the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm not so sure how much blogging I'm even gonna do or have the patience to do. So we'll see if we see you again tonight or just tomorrow morning. We'll decide. Peace. Well, guys, we made it. It's actually kind of cool to be back. It's been quite a few years. Ben, you were just here when?
December.
It's been probably 3-4 years since I've been here. Actually, 2019 was the last time. So yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow in Pahrump. All right, so I feel way better.
It's amazing what a little sleep will do.
Right. Sorry for being a little grumpy, I think, by the end there when we tuned in last time.
Yeah.
We're just pulling out of the parking garage right now, and we're headed to Pahrump. So we should be there in, I think it's only an hour. Is what
Yeah, it's about an
GPS
hour, 1 minute, but you're in Vegas. You never know what that's going to take.
That's very fair. So, you know, we kind of left a review at the spot we took last. That place we ate breakfast at was awesome. Yep. I think the route we took going through Big Sky and everything was worth, you know, coming down through Utah was awesome.
It was. It definitely was.
Not so sure I would stay at the Luxor again. It was super cheap, super cost effective. I don't think I'd stay there though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the best part about it was the shower was extremely hot and a hell of a lot of water pressure.
Yeah, that was awesome. Everything else about it, not.
She's definitely dated. She needs an update.
Yeah. But no more negative stuff. I'm excited. I have never been to Red Apple. I have ordered from Red Apple for so many years, probably at least 6+ years. Never got to go, so super stoked to be there. You've never even seen it or know much about it.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be fun to find out.
Yep. So we will see you when we get there, guys.
Can't wait to get around and see the snow on the peak over here.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what the elevation is on that peak. It's really tall.
So yeah, that'll do it for going through the mountains coming out of Vegas.
We are here. Like in the middle of a shopping mall. I can't believe I finally get to be here. Let's get inside.
Are you sure you're excited?
Yeah. I don't normally get like super like about getting excited. Let's go inside. By the way, we got the sumo snaps. $3 a piece. Holy crap. Dude, this place is huge.
There is a lot of stuff in this thing.
Wow. Trips. You know, I've had a habit of pulling trips on stuff when we play poker back at home. Might have to get that just for old time's sake. Thoughts of when I used to kick your ass at poker.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10.
All right, guys, I think we are gonna grab a cart and pick out some product here. So we will get back to you when we pick out what we're gonna be buying. All right, guys, we are outside of the store. We got everything bought that we're gonna get. So I think as we load it up, we'll show it to you. This happens to be my absolute favorite assortment, maybe possibly cake that they ever made. It was called Virus Outbreak, so I had to get it. I've seen it, but I had to get it for old time's sake. So we're gonna go ahead and shove that in. We got a little fountain called Quiet as Mouse by Shogun. Hey, you guys. Who's that by? World Class Little Cake. This I had to get. Man, jellyfish no-abs are one of my favorite things, so I had to give it a try. We'll see. I can't wait to actually see how good it performs. Power-ups. Snake tails. I had to get a case of sumo snaps. Whole bunch of little goodies. How about this? We're gonna leave this as a surprise as we make the videos. This big bad boy. Now that is what you call an assortment right there. What is this one? Tiki? It just says Tiki?
It's the Oasis.
Oh, that's what it is. That's why we got this one. That's what it is. The Oasis one. These are really cool. Another bag of mixed goodies. We'll let that be a surprise. And a third bag of mixed goodies. All right, guys. Well, if you're in the area here in Pahrump, I tell you what, you should definitely stop in, see this place. Everybody inside, super nice, super cool. They were awesome.
Nice to deal with.
Yeah, great store, and yeah,
it was worth the trip.
Yeah, definitely. Now we got another 3 hours to get to Lake Havasu, so we're gonna get on the road, and we'll probably see you when we get there. And we are finally here. It says end route, and I have never been so happy to do that. Although I will say, it has been a really cool and very fun trip. There's my lights. So,
it's been entertaining, that's for sure.
Yeah. We will get back to you guys tomorrow, I guess, when we get out there.
At the end of the day, that's how many, 28 hours, 28 minutes total.
Yeah. Not bad fuel mileage either.
No.
Especially for how we drove.
Oh, yeah, well, pedal down.
Well, we will see you guys tomorrow morning. We're going to get some sleep, rest up, and yeah, talk to you later. All right, guys, so we are here. We're walking, it's a little later in the afternoon, so we're kind of coming back out. We already had a few seminars we had to do right away in the morning, but we still wanted to get you guys a walkthrough of how this works. So as you come in, you got registration on your right. Yeah, exactly. Security on your left. We need these guys around. Yeah. Registration also, if you have any issues or any extra, you know, you can actually go into the main office there. Right in here is the trade show. So there's just gonna be different people offering different things in here. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time in here. So some different firing systems, how to make stuff, vending for WPA. Got Skylighter over there, he's got some really cool stuff, man. Cobra is here. Got some barbecue. How was that barbecue, by the way?
Actually, it was very good.
And over here is the Class C vending. So just a quick walk through. Some of them are not open right now. Good, how are you? So as we come out here, you can see that there's all sorts of tents and stuff, and there's not a lot of people. That's because everyone is in classes or seminars. Now, we just got out of a seminar on how to get the most out of your firing system, but they do mostly fireworks building here. So whether
a lot of trainings, a lot of prep work on how to make fireworks, and you operate under their license. You cannot take it with you when you're done. You get to launch it on site, and they train you how to do that.
Which, if that's anything that you're interested in, I mean, they have it down to where they start teaching kids, so very beginners, all the way up to extremely experienced pyros. Some people that have been doing it their entire lives are here. From girandolas, crescent shells, double pedal shells, Italian shells, just a standard 4-inch shell, canister shell. I mean, literally, if you want to learn how to build it, they either have a seminar or there is somebody here that knows how, that you can just go out to their tent where they're out there building and bullshit with them, and talk with them.
And talk with them, not.
and kind of learn how to do this and network. And like I said, there's vendors here. Like outside, there's still some vendors, like Great Lakes Mortar Racks. They're just outside with a tent. So lots of cool stuff here. Now we are going to walk down to the B line and shoot site and the Class C line. What was that? I like your response. So as if you just kind of bear with us, as it takes us a little time to walk down to some of these spots. By the way, the scenery here is spectacular. I mean, these mountains, these rugged mountains through here, so cool. And you know, if let's say the first day you're here, there's something that, you know, none of the seminars or classes really appeal to you, but maybe there's something you want to do the second day. There is so much to do around here, whether it's in town or it's bike trails, hiking, motor crash trails, gun ranges. I mean, there is stuff all over in the general area to do something, to eat up some time in between the seminars or classes or whatever it is you're doing. So if we keep walking, well, actually, right here's the racetrack. We'll get over there. So this is where people, individuals can come and manufacture things. So you can set up a tent out here and you can build rockets, you can build girandolas, you can build shells, you can store them in the magazine, no cost to store in the magazine. And an example here is, as you can tell, we know these gentlemen, they are building girandolas. So all these tents out here just have different options of people building different things. And it's kind of cool to see because they get to shoot them off here. So you need to be walking around talking to somebody and you get to see, like these gentlemen, we just met them a while back, on how they make girandolas. And then tonight,
Girandola.
4 drivers, green lance on it.
Those are
So cool. Yeah, these are girandolas. Makes it even a little cooler.
Yeah, it's a beer can is their main frame into the center of their girandolas. So it's pretty impressive what they can do.
For sure. And those guys actually have a couple other inventions. We're going to try to get a close-up for you guys of them. They are actually so cool. In fact, we'll see one of them in action tonight.
Yep.
And I don't even want to say anything until we can actually show it to you guys, because it is just one of the coolest things ever. So it's cool to see it get built and to get put into action. I don't know these guys, so I'm not going to get too close, but you can tell it just looks like they're building salamis right there. And these guys put a lot of effort into this stuff, man. I mean, they got trailers and pop-up tents, and
not to mention just the coolness of this park. This park has dirt bikes, RC cars. They have remote control plane track and landing over here. They got little podiums for other areas.
I mean, they have an entire runway just for the RC planes.
Just for the RC planes. Then they got a whole entire gun range on the east side of the area.
And that's where the rocket site is set up, just to keep the rockets so far away from everything else. We haven't been to the rocket site yet, but this is the Class C shoot site. So anything from the vending, you cannot bring anything in or take anything out, but anything you can purchase up at the Class C vending, you get to go buy it and shoot it off here. And so that's really cool. If there's something you've never seen, you don't want to buy a case of it, they have great pricing up there for the most part, and you can just buy it, bring it down here, shoot it off.
The biggest thing you got to do is you got to go through all the safety classes, get your wristbands, and go through those seminars. And then yes, they're about a half an hour long.
Yeah,
not too long.
Very user friendly, very easy to take. Just teaches you some of the basic safeties, and also not just basic safety, but safety of how things are worked here. So where you store the fireworks on this site, where you stand when fireworks are being lit or don't light or whatnot. So like I said, basic stuff that's super easy to be a part of. So as you can tell, this is set up in the middle of the motocross track right now.
Correct.
So they're not digging anything in here because this is the motocross track. That's why this is the Class C. We're gonna walk over to the B line, which we took the safety course to get access to. And along the way, we might actually show you there's several companies setting up for the displays tonight.
There's a tube right there buried.
Actually, let's walk over to that because we can walk over there. Doesn't look like there's anything in it, so let's go see it. Now this is outside of the fenced area where a lot of the pyro, so the racetrack is just on the other side of that white wall right there, right? So the smaller stuff is set up on the track, which we'll go take a look at. And then as the stuff gets bigger, they work their way out to keep their distance, you know, out this way, to keep their distance from the spectators for that safety factor. Can you imagine coming around here and picking all this stuff up at the end?
Yeah, people do it though.
And they do
Keep
it.
Clean.
Yep. In fact, on a lot of the safety seminars, it talks about keeping your area clean out here, and then they ask if people can stay later till after the event to come out here and pick up all of this trash from the displays.
And that's a 10-inch tube.
Yep. So as you can tell, they buried it off of the track, not part of the track. This tube is empty. I mean, look at that bad boy. I mean, look at the size of the opening compared to a water bottle. So, cannot wait to see some of these big boys go off. Apparently there is a
Couple 16s.
couple 16s for sure. And then we were up taking the class as one of the safety courses, and somebody drove by going into the BMAG with a 26-inch shell. Now, I had not heard much about that, so I don't know what is going on, because if it's built here, it typically has to be fired.
It has to be launched because they will not let you take anything out.
So hopefully we get to see a 26-inch shell one of these nights. Let's walk this way. We'll just walk by. Looks like they're building girandolas over there. What does the sign say? Drone War J-Line Friday. So we said that gentleman had something cool built. It will be used during this, and definitely we will be present for this. When they fly a drone and everybody gets Roman candles, they even provide the Roman candles for you.
Yep,
and you try
to shoot them down. You try to shoot a drone down while they're flying it around.
I guess the best part of being around a bunch of safe people in a controlled environment is it makes it acceptable to do some things that are typically not acceptable, like holding Roman candles. Like, we have events to try to shoot things down with a Roman candle.
Yeah, a big Roman candle, nonetheless. The gentleman that built a homemade Gatling gun.
Literally. So these are already wired up. Looks like they're loaded. I'm gonna guess those are 6s or 8s. They're
That's
big.
8.
That's
all
gotta be
it needs.
8s.
That's all it needs.
Doesn't look like these guns are loaded, but I think I'm gonna walk on this side of this gun, being it's angled this way. Yeah, they're not loaded. Didn't want to take the risk till I could tell.
Yep.
So I mean, this isn't even everything, guys. They are still pulling racks out of these semis. There's semis and trailers up over there of companies that are doing displays for these 2 nights, and they're still hauling racks down here. And this is so cool. I mean, there's tons of pyro. You get up in that arena, dude, there's even more pyro.
Sammy, yeah. All the leftover stuff is in the container. Okay, it's not locked, is it? No, negative. All right.
So walking around back here, one thing that I've noticed is we always traditionally hook up our igniters straight to the Cobra modules every time. And if you look at this, you can see they run a slat, and out of they run a slat with
the wires coming out of the guns to the slat, and then the cables run to the modules, which, let's see, right, like here's a prime example. See that the slats are gonna be, like here's one here, there's one there. So those are mounted to the side of the rack, and then the cables run to the mod, whatever brand of mod they're using. So, and this is a very common theme out here that we're seeing.
Very common.
So maybe that's just not something we do in consumer as much, but it's used a lot here in the 1.3 industry, it seems like. And if I remember correctly, when I was up at a show in North Dakota up at the racetrack earlier this summer, he did the exact same thing Adam did. So cool. Man, I can't wait to see these big guys going off.
That's a volley of all of them.
Yep.
They're all fused together.
So finale or something, but you can tell these are all daisy chained. We're not seeing a lot of daisy chains. We're seeing most of this is all individual igniters for every single shell too, for a vast majority. What'd you just say?
Look at all of the tubes around here. 4, 6, 3, 8, 10, 12, 24.
And they're not little guys, man.
I mean, look at the stack sitting up over there.
Rows of them.
Right there.
I mean, this should be a good time.
Oh, this is gonna be a great time.
Wait till we show you guys what's in that arena. I mean, as far as the smaller stuff. And by the way, this isn't even close to being set up. I mean, there is still tons more pyro to be pulled out and set up out here. Gotta stay hydrated, man. This is hot for us.
This is warm.
It was, what,
I still
a
enjoy
weekend?
the fact that it's this warm instead of 9 degrees back home.
Yeah, and a lot better than that negative 51 when we shot that, or lit those snow cones. So it's 70 something right now.
Yeah, 74.
And 2 weeks ago we were experiencing negative 51 degrees. On that night it got down to negative 68 that week. So we are in a heat wave right now.
Yes.
There's people walking around in sweaters when it gets cooler, and we're just in t-shirts, and they're like, how are you guys in t-shirts? Like, it's still hot.
It's hot. Yeah, look at this track.
Yeah.
This motocross track. And that's your background to ride your bike in. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Absolutely stunning around here, actually.
Believe it or not, up on the mountain over there, there's a picnic table. If you're feeling daring enough, you can hike all the way up to the top of that and sit up there and have a fire and enjoy the fact that you made it up there and you can see 30 miles around you, of what we've been told.
So this is the B site. So they got 2.5s, 3s, all the way up to, I think that's a 10 or 12 buried back there.
Yep.
And you got to E-fire those, I believe they said?
Those are everything on that side. On the west
Back.
side over there on the back is all E-fired.
Yep.
Everything up front is fuse lit
Or hand lit.
or hand lit.
And so it's cool because we're hanging out up there. So I think last night we were at the C line.
Yep.
Tonight we're gonna come here to the B line and film some stuff. But guys just can come out here. So even if you don't have a 1.3 license, you can order some stuff. I think it's Skylighter.
Yep, 3
Is the-
Skylighter.
yep.
And they bring it.
They bring it. You can grab it at the B-Mag, which is right behind us right here, and come over here and light it.
So you have to pre-order it. So you buy it online, and if you're coming, you have to register and buy it online, and they'll bring it to you. And then when you show up, you go through all the safety courses, then you'll be able to grab it out of the mag. They'll sign it out to you, and then you'll come down and you'll be trained with a trained professional to come out and show you exactly how to load it and fire it safely.
And then after that, you can, at will, whether it's the first night, second night, third night, doesn't matter, go up when the B-Mag is open during the shoot time, grab your product, come down here and shoot it. So guys like us that don't have our 1.3, we only have our 1.4 Pro.
Yep.
We didn't do it this year, but technically could purchase up to 12-inch shells, go grab them, and come light them here and experience getting to play around with, and I mean literally play around with 1.4 Pro, or sorry, 1.3. So I think that's a super cool feature that they offer down here at WPA, that you get to run under their license and get to experience that firsthand. So I think we should walk up and go see the track. How's it going, guys? We are here with Dennis. So we were doing some walking around back here and came across you are the secretary of the WPA.
That's correct.
Awesome. So I'd like to ask you, how did you get involved with this? What drew you to this event? Or
So way back when, in 2002, I got my Pyrotechnics license, and as soon as I got my license, the guy who brought me into the industry said, hey, there's this club called the WPA. They have a fireworks convention out in Havasu every year. You need to join. So I joined the club and didn't know what to do when I got here, when I first got here. My wife and my mom and dad were with me and didn't know anything what to do. So I ended up volunteering on bee safety, and eventually, because that's what I knew what to do. I'm a licensed pyrotechnician. I know how to handle Class B products. So always find me down on the bee line. And that's what I ended up doing.
And you were hooked ever since?
Absolutely. Spent so much time on the bee line that they recruited me on staff to work the bee bunker.
Okay.
And that's where all the Class B product gets checked in and out until it goes up in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, you said you didn't really know anything about this event at the time. So what would you say to somebody that's, either in Pyro but not in Pyro, just starting, or not knowing if they want to come because they don't know what this event offers? Like, what would you say to somebody that's never been to this event?
So if you're interested in pyrotechnics, then this is the place to come to. We have seminars and workshops and training classes that will teach anybody who knows nothing about fireworks or pyrotechnics how to put on a fireworks show. And that's called our Pyros in Training program.
Okay.
It's for anyone 6 on up. We learn show choreography, music selection, product selection, and they actually will, starting today, learn how to even make some set pieces, and they'll design and put on a show Sunday night.
Awesome. So you can literally come here knowing nothing about pyrotechnics, and you can learn anything from how to build a show, how to build a firework itself, set pieces, and also literally build it and put it together and fire it at the end of the week.
That's correct.
That is so awesome. Awesome. And one more question for you. What do you get out of this show all these years later? Like, what drives you to stay in it, doing it? What is the love and the passion for this?
That's evolved over time, and being secretary of the club, it's the work that goes into it and honoring what everyone does. This is a 100% volunteer organization.
Okay.
The only people that are paid around here is the paid security guards. Everything else that goes on in here is 100% volunteer.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of, I would say we have put in millions of man hours over the last 35 years to put on events like this for our members.
Which is so awesome. We are so thankful that you guys are here, because this is mine and Ben, you're behind the camera, first time coming down here, and I tell you what, it's been a great experience and we've learned a lot. And the people have been super hospitable, just like you, just super nice. It's easy to feel comfortable here, and it's been great.
Yep,
so,
and that's our goal, make it
awesome.
comfortable for learning.
We love it. Hey, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nice to meet you. Thank
Same
you
here,
for interviewing
Garrison.
with us.
Yeah,
and
you're welcome.
You have a wonderful afternoon.
You too.
All right, guys, getting back up here by all the tents where the seminars and classes are happening, Class C vending, and then this is where they're building everything in the Class C shooting. And then this is the road where on the racetrack the cars would technically come off. And they're bringing a lot of the pyro through here onto the track, such as the comets and mines and the smaller shells that are within distance from the stands. Looks like there's already people up in the stands waiting.
We were told that people start to get here at 4 o'clock just to witness this, because open shoot from all the guys that build their own stuff out in these behind the wall get to start to shoot their stuff at open shoot at 6 o'clock. And what we just witnessed is a 5-inch canister shell that's about a foot long. So that ought to be interesting.
10.89 pound
In a canister shell.
salami, and it's a white smoke one. It's a salute. Like, I cannot wait to see this thing go on. I think they had 7 or 8 of them built.
Yeah.
All within 9-10 pounds. So yeah, that's outrageous. Holy, Huh?
We don't need this.
What?
Just do an overview.
So we are not gonna fully walk out there, guys, but as you can tell, there is stuff all over this track. I mean, they got wheels, they got fireboxes up there for propane, or I should say propane fireboxes, cakes, everything's senior cakes. They got 3-inch shells. I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, there is pyro everywhere. Fireballs. Our chairs are set up right there, so we're gonna be sitting down below. I'm gonna put the extra wide lens on, and hopefully we can get 90% of this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to capture all this, guys. You could tell it. People started showing up early. I would say almost 2 o'clock. And there's already quite a few people starting to show up to get their spots. Apparently they say this is a huge event. So, I mean, you see every style of racks, so many different brands. I mean, right there's some Spirit stuff you see. There's everything from 1-3 to consumer cakes out here. I would say just about every brand of rack is out here. So you can see the propane tanks hooked up to the little fireboxes up there. That should be pretty cool. Sound systems out along there. Like I said, I don't want to go walking through their setups, but I will walk around on the track and kind of show you the front side to all this. And earlier where we were at, as you can tell, there was all the 5s, 4s, 6s are all behind these billboards, and that 10-inch that we saw is all behind this billboard. And that's just so they can get that 100 feet per inch of the shell away from the spectators. I believe the national anthem's at 7:30.
7:30.
Yep. And this goes to about 9:30.
Yep. And then open shoot takes over after that again.
And there's open shoot prior to that even.
Correct.
Yep. I think open shoot starts at 6, they said.
6 o'clock.
Yep. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different sets of speakers. And this is what it's going to look like from the crowd's view. Apparently the whole town comes out for this. We've got our chairs here front row. We're probably going to set up right here, and like I said, hopefully from this angle we can capture a majority of the show. I think it's going to be pretty tough, but you'll really get a feel for how impressive this is when you're up this close to something like this. Well guys, that's the walkthrough of kind of everything out here. So the next time you see us will probably be shoot time for some of this stuff. Maybe we'll go out on the Class B line,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
get you some footage from that. Try to get as close as we can to get you some footage of those
Without
salamis.
getting in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, we got rockets. I lost my train of thought of what I was going to say actually
That's all
before
right.
that.
You're getting old.
Oh. Nice to meet you. And you guys are not just retail, is that correct?
Not just retail, we also distribute wholesale across the United States. We can ship, and we have a website. Check us out.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Check them out, guys. We'll give you guys a taste of what some of these fireworks do. Well, guys, we're squinting a little bit because we got this light right in our eyes. Yeah, I'm kind of sad.
I am. When it's coming to an end. All good things must come to an end. This is one of them.
I don't want it to.
No.
So we're gonna be taking off here, but I would say we would come back again.
Yeah, definitely.
Great experience, great people. This was awesome, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment, tell you what you think of us. Like, did you like this style of video? What did you think of the event and everything? I would recommend it to just about anyone. Even if you just like Pyro, if you want to build, doesn't matter. This was cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's the fact that you get to go back and get to meet and greet all the guys that are working in this, and you get to work under their license. It is beneficial if you want to try to work on your pyrotechnic skills. Definitely is a must. For sure. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Let us know what you think.
Thanks, guys. All right, guys, just getting home. We got snow on the ground. And like we said, 3,287.8 miles. Finally home.